Hello and welcome to this podcast. Today I want to tell you a little bit about my woe, my trouble, and what I went through. At some point in my life, I nearly died, and I'm so grateful that my life was preserved. Anyway, before I go any further, um, my name is Kate, for those who do not know me, and I do a lot of video on religious um, realities and religious realities, actually. And today I wanted to explain to you how I came about almost on my deathbed. Almost on my deathbed. But I'm so grateful and thankful to God that I am still alive. Well, before I go any further, if you would like to hear more of my life stories, please like, share, and subscribe. And this story I'm going to tell, it's not a story, it's a life account that I'm going to tell you today is about how I miscarried my third baby, my third child. Right now, while I'm telling this account, I'm almost tearful, but I'm taking very fine care not to be tearful. That is the reason why I'm doing it, recorded behind the scene. So I want to explain how this came about. It's not that I took any medication, it's not that I was ill, I wasn't ill, or it's not that my womb there was anything wrong with my womb. It was nothing, but it just happened that my child did not want to stay with me. My child did not want me. So if my child doesn't want me, it's okay, because as a spiritual person now in my life, I begin to see the reason why that baby was lost. So it was on a Sunday afternoon, and I was doing a little bit of house cleaning and things like that. Then all of a sudden, I started having this pain, but it wasn't a strenuous thing I was doing. It's my usual thing, doing cleaning or dusting or doing things around the home. So it happened that I was alone, and my husband wasn't there, and so it was only me. But then, lucky for me, my brother was around. He had a car, and so as this pain grew, becomes very, very strong and strong, I was my brother was asked to ferry me to the clinic. And at this clinic, it was a private clinic, and my elder sister was a nurse in this clinic. So it was easy for me to get there, but it was a very far place from where I lived. So there was a lot of driving, and there was a lot of bumpy roads before we get to the clinic. So all that helped to speed up what was going on in my belly. Anyway, I sat behind the passenger seats while my brother was driving, and I was groaning with this pain. It was so severe. I was in agony. But then at the back of my ear, I could hear my brother saying, "Please don't give birth in my car." He wasn't even thinking about my well-being. He was thinking about his car. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. Maybe my baby felt bad too. Well, anyway, it's happened that we got to the clinic. My brother stopped the car, got on from off the car, went to knock at the door because it was a private clinic. It's not a walk-in center. And my sister came out, and okay, she was surprised to see me. But anyway, she saw what was going on, that I was in pain. And then by the time she was trying to assist me to get down the car, I just lost my baby. I just lost my baby. I miscarried my baby right there in the street, in the middle of the street. Uh, I I have been thinking, and none of my children even knew that I miscarried my third child. No, none of my children knew. I think it was last week I mentioned it to my eldest daughter that I had a baby in between my second child and my third living child. So, and anyway, it's so painful, it's so sore, it's raw. And because I've never talked about it. I've never talked about it because I have no one to talk to about this miscarriage. But at the back of my head is still there. Anytime I see people talk about miscarriage and, you know, losing their child, it creeps up in my head. However, I was taken into the theater. The senior nurse came and looked at me, examined me, and she said, well, you've lost your baby. You've lost your baby. It was about 5 months. I was about 5 months gone. And the nurse said to me, well, you still have your placenta, and we need to get it out. If we do not get it out, it might kill you. I heard that and I said, what? My sister was really scared because she was working in the hospital. She went to attend to the baby, and then she came back and sat with me. They connected drip, and I was in this drip, and the nurse was trying to get this placenta, but the placenta could not come out. And she was saying, if you feel any pain, push. If you feel any pain, push. They tried everything, but the placenta was stuck in my belly. And the doctor was off duty. It was a weekend, and it's a private hospital, and though she had one other doctor working with her, but none were available. And well, God did preserve me, because if God did not if God did not save me, if God did not save me at that time, I'm not sure whether I will be sitting here telling you this account by now. Because in my head now that I'm looking at this whole thing, how it's unfolding, they should have taken me to the main hospital for an operation. But they didn't. They kept me in this clinic, this private clinic, throughout the night on drip. And in my head, I'm thinking my sister, one of my sisters, died from childbirth. And it was almost the same thing. But she had a full term, 9 months, and she gave birth. And the baby was alive, but she was just bleeding continuously because the placenta would not come out until she lost her life. So I could remember that playing in my head because I was the younger one. She was an older sister than me. But then in my head, I kept praying. My sister sat with me praying, praying, praying. So I did not sleep all night. My sister did not sleep. So we were keeping the vigil. Well, as God has saved me throughout the night, it came morning. I was swollen like they injected me with some type of drug to be swollen. My face was swollen, my legs were everywhere was swollen. And they informed the doctor who came quickly and then ferried me. Why am I saying ferry? All right, they carried me and drove me to the clinic's theater because the theater, the hospital that the doctor does her operation wasn't very far. So I was so in such I don't know if I was in pain. I was numb. That's the word I will use. I was numbed. I was numb all from my belly right down my legs. I was numb. I could not even feel anything anymore. I wasn't feeling anything anymore. The doctor did not even have the she didn't have the courage to give me anesthetic. When I see people talk about they operate on people without anesthetic, this was the time they did that to me. So the doctor now at the theater, she said to me, just hang on, hang in there. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to save your life. I'm going to do this for you quickly. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. The doctor kept speaking to me, talking to me throughout the operation till when eventually when she removed the placenta, she said, my God, girl, you are so blessed. You are so blessed because this placenta would have killed you. It has already gone purple. And if it has gone to your heart, it will poison your blood and you will die. You will not have lived. But you are such a blessed woman. You are such a blessed woman that the Lord kept you alive. I'm sure this woman was a spiritual woman, but well, I believe she is. And that doctor, she was originally from Nigeria. She was a Nigerian doctor. And this thing happened in Africa, not in Europe. Eventually, the operation finished. I was admitted for the day, and she gave me some advice and everything, how I should look after myself. Gave me some blood medicine and said to me, your womb needs to heal. Please do not have any more children for some time. And she gave very good advice. She said, because your womb is really, really weak. So do not have any child for some time. So go and look after yourself. So by the time I got home, I was like a balloon. I had been swollen. I was so swollen. People did not even recognize me. Even my children did not recognize me, how big I became. But through constant care, because my sister was a nurse, she looked after me very well. She took advice from the doctor in her clinic and looked after me until I got better. So, it's not everybody who you call family are kind and loving and caring. But my sister, she was loving. She was caring. My brother, on the other hand, he was materialistic. He was only thinking about his car. please do not give birth in my car. Don't give birth in my car. Don't. It was constantly ringing that in my ear, and until I I said to myself, don't worry, I won't give birth in your car, and as God will have it, as soon as I stepped out of his car, I just lost my baby. Everything came down just right in the streets. Well, I know it's a very traumatic podcast, and but that's the time I was at death doorstep, but the Lord saved me. The Lord saved me. So I pray for women to be strong, and don't think that when you lose a baby, that all is lost. No, all is not lost. Pay attention to what the doctor said. Find time to heal up, strengthen your womb, and by God's power, you can have another baby. And I did have 2 other babies after that. And it was a girl. The baby I lost was a girl. So after I fell pregnant again, I think it was after 3 years, I fell pregnant, and that time I got a boy, and he is the only boy in the family. So another thing, the doctor said to me, I need to nourish my womb, and he gave me advice on that, and he gave me advice on how I should heal up internally. In Africa, we have special way of healing up after childbirth. We do this douche, they call it douche, and we use alum and the hot water in a bowl, and we have hot steam into our stomach. So if there's any how they call it, blood that is not supposed to stay in your stomach, it will be relieved, and you will heal up quickly. And we sometimes use Dettol to clean ourselves and to make us feel. I know it is very stressful video I'm making, but many women will learn from it, because it is very important women look after ourselves after you have had a miscarriage. And when I asked the doctor, because I did ask the doctor, say, what caused my miscarriage? And let's see what the doctor said to me. So I asked my doctor, what causes that? So she said to me, number 1, super stress. Number 2, it could be worries. And number 3, she says, traumatic experiences or having bad thoughts. And she said, try to avoid all those things when you are pregnant. So, sisters, these are the things to look out for when you are pregnant. Always be happy. Laugh a lot. Play music. Listen to music. And keep yourself well. Okay, I hope you've gathered a lot from this, my account. And having miscarriage that would nearly end your life, it's not a simple thing to go through. And until now, which is about 40 something years ago, I'm now able to talk about it. And maybe God wanted to heal me, wants to heal me, so that I feel complete. So if you're going through something like this, guilt, shame after having miscarriage, be comforted. You will be healed in God's own time. Till next time, do like, share this video, and I pray that God will bless you and bless you with children. You will not be a barren woman. You will have lots and lots of children that you will be able to look after. If this is the first time you've come across this channel, do please like, share, and subscribe. I love you. God loves you more. Till next time, bye-bye. I'll bring you some more life stories. My life stories. I think I like telling my life stories. Anyway, don't forget tomorrow live, Sunday live. In Britain, our clock goes 1 hour backwards. So the time that I would be broadcasting, it would probably change, but don't worry, you will still join in. I'll try to make it as comfortable for you as possible, because like I always say, majority of my viewers around the world, mainly in America, in Germany, Australia, and so I'll try to broadcast at the time when you will be able to watch tomorrow's I think I've crossed yes, it will be tomorrow's podcast. So, and watch out for it, because what the title is, what the doctors are not telling you. What the doctors are not telling you. So watch out to listen for that. What the doctors are not telling you, it's so important for you to know the doctor's mind. I love you. God loves you more. Bye-bye.